Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Yes, we are still fighting those monsters. That's right. The fight is still going.
Who knows why, honestly?
I mean, it's because there's a hell of a lot of monsters. And if you had to fight them all at once, the fight would be way over by now. It's actually an interesting design because they kind of have mobility, but kind of don't. And so you're able to like tier them as you go. Also summoning reef
Except for
sharks.
these sea lions.
Summoning reef sharks. Yeah, except the sea lions. Yeah. So we are on Zuriel, your turn. You have a sea lion behind you. You have
I have a cunning plan.
So the scorpion, it was brought to my attention that the scorpion has actually grappled, not just yeah. And what was the other one? Restrained? Yeah, grapple, not just yeah. So restrained means that attack rolls against it have advantage and its attack rolls have disadvantage.
Yes.
So it's better than what the crayfish do.
It's pretty great.
So what are you gonna do, Zuriel?
I'm gonna take the disengage action.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb the wall behind me or jump up it.
Okay.
And get the hell out of here. Because hilariously, the sea lion cannot jump out of where it is now.
No, it has to swim and jump. Yeah,
it's on dry land. So I'm just like, well, I'm out of here. So I'm just gonna
you're gonna climb. If you climb up and like over the edge, you will fall into a 10-foot deep trough of water.
Yeah. Now, is it possible for me to hurl myself across this?
Yeah. So if you're taking your whole action and you climb up onto the lip and then try to jump,
like standing jump over.
Yeah. If you make an acrobatics check.
I am hasted. Can I do athletics instead of acrobatics?
No, athletics is brute strength. This is definitely a balance thing. This is a climb up onto the lip, balance yourself for a second, and then kick off over the sharks onto the other side. So you don't. It's not about distance. I think if you fail, you'll just fall into the water.
Okay, great. We're gonna try for it
because I think difficulty
I can like standing jump high enough to get to the lip.
The climb is no problem. Pulling yourself up onto the lip is okay. Your standing jump is okay. And then the jump across is no problem. It's just the balance in between. It's getting ready for the jump.
Okay, cool.
I'll say DC 10.
DC 10.
Just don't throw the roll and you'll be fine.
I get 10.
All right. So there's definitely a pinwheeling your arms moment.
I feel like the sharks like good naturedly nip at your feet.
Yeah, totally.
And then I like stand on one of them.
Oh my god. We've done it. We did it. Roll 20% Dungeons and Dragons has officially jumped the shark. You literally just jumped over a shark.
I'll see you guys
later. It. We're done. Thanks for coming, everybody. Show's over. Goodbye. Oh boy.
Okay, so that's my action, and I can use some more of my movement to go over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me bury this thing at the bottom of the layer.
And then I'll use my haste extra attack to punch this nongle.
Punch him in the throat.
Okay, hold on. Don't roll yet. He's in the water. I think that these guys are smart enough. He's low enough down that you can't swing at him. Your sword's not 10 feet long. You need reach to be able to get at that guy. The crayfish were stupid, but this one not so much. If he was attacking you, there's really 2 5-foot squares.
Yep, totally. Okay.
Well, though, actually, hang on. And Dave, maybe you can help me rule on this because maybe you know about this. If a creature is across 10 feet, is it also up 10 feet?
Yes.
It's a cube? Okay, then fuck it. That attack holds.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's real big.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. The sharks can move up and down, but yeah, if there's a cube, this occupies all 8 squares of the cube.
Otherwise, you're talking about it being flat. And wide.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, I just like plunge my sword in as it's like making an attack run on my octopus friend. I plunge my sword into it for 20.
Do you have battle mastery to guide it?
I did not declare this attack as such.
You do hit it for 14 damage.
But
you slash it.
Yeah, can I add my command die and goad it?
Can you do that after the fact?
It's after I hit that I can decide.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'll do another. Okay, so
just if we want to save that use of wild shape
28 damage and is at disadvantage attacking anyone other than me.
Okay.
If it fails a wisdom saving throw.
Right, sorry, it has to pass a DC 15 wisdom saving.
The wisdom of the sea lion.
You know what's great about the sea lion? It has a +1 to its wisdom.
Well, get Recarino, you got
right.
a 14.
It's not enough. So the sea lion pauses a moment, thinking, "What should I do with my life?" And then it's like, "No, I should attack that fighter. That's a good plan."
That person's mean. They said bad things to me.
All right, so I'll put the fist of challenge upon it. Okay, the Manticores, they're going to continue their favorite game, which is throw spikes at the fighter. So we're counting up here. The 3 spikes for each of them. Here comes the volley.
Do I still get cover?
No. Oh well, you're back. No, you're back up, but you're in a different.
I mean, that's a pretty
place.
like that's a how.
I'll give you cover
down
against
are
one of them.
they?
I'll give you cover against one.
Okay, great.
So the one with cover, we'll do that one first.
Yeah, and my AC is 24 against
Where
it.
I think I got rid of my Manticore tracker. Let me pull up another one. There it is, Manticore. Okay. All right, so this is the 24 AC.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, close. Okay. All right, and then this is the 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think they all miss. Yep. All right.
How
No.
many
Yes.
spikes do these guys have?
24 apiece.
Ugh.
Just
Some
out
of
of
them-
curiosity, Adam,
Yeah.
how many spikes have they used up?
Each one has shot the front 2 have shot 15 apiece, and then the one in the back has shot 12.
Because like I'm pretty sure that if they just fired them all at once, like Zuriel would definitely survive. I think
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
all of their shooting would.
You've taken a lot of shots. You're bristling right now with Manticore spikes.
Yeah, she just has like all these Manticore spines sticking out. Her shield is like full
You look
of
like
them.
that armor from Dark Souls, the Thorns armor, Kirk, but backwards. Okay. Are there any more crayfish? No, the crayfish menace has been defeated. All right.
We've erased the crayfish from existence.
Yowl in the
Triumph.
darkness. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm sorry, I lagged a little bit there. Let me just check my movement. 10, 25. That's not how I meant to do that. Whatever, it's close.
You have enough movement to go around. Sure.
I had 5 feet to do a corner bit. Wow. Everybody's cameras were frozen, and you just did this weird thing where you did like all the action of the last 5 seconds in about half a second.
Yeah,
The flamey arm thing, it was great.
good job, British internet.
That's pretty shit.
Dave,
Yes.
please don't take my haste away. It's so good. It's so strong. I need it so badly.
It's fine. My hasted champion, in fact, will be continuing on.
Excellent. Thank you.
Why is kill wounds not filled out properly? Stupid game. It's an extra D8 before it for every spell slot above first level. Okay, so you are going to get cure wounds at 4th level. So 48 plus 3 of healing.
Oh wow, Dave. That's some good healing.
You get 20 health.
Okay, I'm at 42.
Okay. And is
Just
that
let you
your
take
is
a
that your
little
turn?
longer. Yes, I'm saving my last bardic inspiration.
All right. Giant scorpions don't have anyone to fight. They're just like, hey, I want to fight
I have a
you.
question, Adam.
Come
They
back."
were so excited.
Yes.
Are
One
all
of
of these
them
animals
is
friends?
enfolded in my arms.
With each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Unless you you do something to turn them against each
Okay.
other. Yeah. So
the
it needs
lions and
to
the scorpions have an agreement.
the giant scorpion needs to attempt to escape from the octopus, right? So what does it need to what check does it need to make?
DC 16.
It'll be strength. It'll be athletics
Oh, it's a
or
grapple.
acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah,
alright.
it's a grapple, so.
Yep.
No problem. It breaks free. It nips at your
Oh,
tentacle.
No, slap it in the face.
And yeah, they just kind of crowd against the corner. These ones are going to move to where they want to be where the PCs are. So they all come jangling
I
over
wanna
here.
be where the PCs are.
That's true. Making AoEs. So they scrabble over here and they're just trying to climb up and they're clicking at the glass. They can feel the frenzy of the mighty scorpion building within them, but they have no targets. What do the reef sharks do?
The frenzy of the
well-
mighty scorpion.
So there's 2 reef sharks that are over yonder. These ones. Is this a dead thing right there? I can't really see it very well.
What are you looking at? Yes,
So
all the
these-
crayfish are dead over there.
But there's a
Sea lion right next to them. Yep.
Well, they can bite it.
Okay. All right.
Bite it with your mouths.
All right. 2 bite attacks on the sea lion with
They have
advantage.
a lot of teeth.
I believe these are both hits. Yep. So 16 damage.
Nice, good job, sharkies.
Okay.
And then these other sharks over here, because I'm a large creature, but I'm also their. Oh, but they couldn't get like. Could they, with the amount of movement that they have, they got like 60
They
movement.
can't get
Could
past
they-
you because the sea lion is there.
but
Oh,
could
you
they
mean like
go
move up,
hit
bite,
it
and then move away?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
and because I'm their ally, they still have pact action.
They just can't end their turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's fine. Move up, bite it, and then go back.
Okay. All right. 2 more attacks.
And I'm like giant octopus, like letting them through like my tentacles. I find it strange that I can only attack one thing at once.
Listen,
if
it's
I-
about your brain, not about how many arms you have
Well, no, it's that you have to attack it with multiple arms at once to get
to
the effect.
grab it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually the true statement there. Okay, here comes shark attack with advantage. 1 hit for 4.
Eat it.
I'm imagining, yeah, like sharks swimming through all the tentacles, and there's like an ink cloud that they're in, and like.
No, that's another effect.
That
I haven't done that
exciting.
yet.
All right, Saris,
Cool.
it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna attempt to grapple this sea lion
You're gonna turn to fight the sea lion. Okay.
because it can't. What's the effect that your challenge has? If I hit it, does it still have to attack you?
It has
Yeah,
disadvantage on.
It has
to attack anyone that isn't
disadvantage.
me.
Okay. So me hitting it or not hitting it does not affect that. Okay.
Oh yeah, the other thing is the sea lion has a reaction, which it'll obviously use on one of those sharks.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
It has disadvantage, but it gets the shot anyway. So here comes a bite attack on the shark. No problem. Okay, just had to make sure that happened. All right,
Okay,
Saris,
well,
what are you gonna do?
I tentacled it and I probably missed with a 10.
Yes, you definitely missed. Yeah.
Okay. Then
anything
yeah,
else?
that's the thing. No,
Okay.
that's
All right.
just sitting threateningly.
I
in the
think 3
water.
attacks, even with disadvantage. I'm gonna attack this octopus. I'm gonna do it.
Wait, who?
The sea lions.
Oh, with
Same thing.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
disadvantage. So claw with disadvantage because your AC is real low. So
Yeah, it's very low. Yeah, that hits.
that hits for 12.
And I'm not an octopus anymore.
Okay. All right. Let me grab Saris. And put her
Ah.
back.
It's so dark and scary.
So the
for a second.
spillover damage hits you though, right?
That would be 1. Wait, 4.
4. Yeah, you take 4 damage.
Okay.
All right. And then I think now the other 2 attacks I'll use on you, Zuriel.
Because suddenly there's not a giant octopus anymore.
Yeah.
Can I like choose to have reformed not within its range?
Yeah, you can be in any of those squares.
Then I choose to not be.
No, that sea lion took damage. Don't worry about it. Took that 18 exactly. It's right there. Oh, it's supposed to have taken another 14. How many times? You only hit the sea lion once last turn, right?
Who, me?
Zuriel? Yeah.
Yeah, but I did the damage on the roll plus the damage on the D8, which was
Yep.
6 plus 8 from my necrotic effect.
Oh, it's the necrotic
So a total of 28.
it's the necrotic that I missed
Yeah.
dealing it. Yep. Yeah, it should have taken. Yeah. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so anyway, the sea lion. Yeah, fuck it. It's gonna come up out of the water, and it will attack Zuriel 2 times.
Awkwardly flopped
Yeah.
out of the water.
Flops out of the thing and starts slashing at you. It's got 2 attacks left, 1 claw and 1 bite. There we go.
Oh, okay. So it goes with its claw. It's about to critically hit, and I just let out this really horrible, discordant across all of the things.
Like you got your tail stepped on.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that not crit
Okay.
by reducing it by cutting words. So it's like a D8 off of it. Okay, yeah, misses.
So it's a reaction and it uses a spell slot, or it's like a bardic ability?
It uses one of my bardic die, so it's my third one, my
Right.
last one.
What's that ability called?
It's called Cutting Words.
Okay. Let me take a look.
That is really rad, Dave. You are the best.
Oh no, this is the monster bard.
Yeah, I hope so.
Owls in darkness.
Because I just we've never seen it. I've never seen this ability in play before, so I want to double check it. Oh, I
check
think
with
cutting words. Here we
control.
go. Any creature makes an attack roll to expend bardic inspiration. You can choose it after it makes the roll. But is a crit, if I roll a 20, is it always a hit?
No.
I don't think so. I'll leave that to you. If you
I
think
just know
it's
there's
already
like
going
I
to
want to
hit,
see if there's a rule about it because I know that because it reduces the number on the total, but I think a crit is still a hit. Like I think it still hits.
okay, if it does, I'm not going to use it because that's what I was saving it for. But
Okay. Right, a crit is always a hit. But if you reduce, yeah, no, it is a critical hit no matter what. Yeah. So on a regular hit it works, but it's always the damage. Okay.
okay, my mistake.
Okay,
I just
so-
want to use it then.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Now there is another attack that you could do that to instead, right?
Potentially, yeah.
They both
I think
hit.
I've been setting it all fight.
Yeah, Dave, there's an attack that hit with a 25.
Okay, I'll just minus 8 off that one then.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that
So you
one.
just take the 24 from the claw, the second claw.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
Okay.
Jerk.
And then the sea lions on the other side, they are going to attack the reef sharks. So, bite attack against the reef shark for, oh boy. Yeah, there goes our first reef shark, I think. Yep. All right. So this reef shark disappears.
Bye, shark.
And then
I
another
miss
2
you.
claw attacks on the other reef shark.
Poor reef sharks. They didn't deserve it.
Wait, I didn't make a Constitution save after.
Oh,
I
your
got
last hit? Yeah, okay. Make your DC 10 con save. Okay, you're fine. All right, let me continue to attack these reef sharks. This one is still alive. One more claw attack on it. For
Oh, no.
another 15. Okay, both the reef sharks are dead.
Holy
On
freaking
this side,
sea lion
And
damage.
then this sea lion is going to start swimming. Ooh, I know what the sea lion's going to do. What up, girl? So that sea lion makes a 10-foot move and then swimming leap and then lands next to Zahiri.
Jokes on stupid sea lions. Now it's on land. Good luck doing anything.
He can bite and claw you. So let's see if he does. There's a bite
Ow.
for 9.
Okay, I gotta make a con save.
And then 2 claws, one of which hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta make con saves for the darkness.
Sounds good.
Darkness is gone.
Okay. All right. So you take 17 damage.
Okay.
And there's a sea lion in front of you. But now you got something to punch. So
I
get that
mean,
going.
true.
And yes, and now it's your turn because this other I guess this other sea lion's gonna fall into the water. He just like rolls off into the water next to him. All right, go ahead, Zahiri. What do you want to do?
Does he
Adam,
take
he can't do that. There is a
There's a
10-foot wall.
wall.
Yeah, there's a wall there.
No. The wall extends
No,
the
no.
layer below.
Refer to your
Yeah, let
image.
me look at the
Because
thing because the walls don't
It's
come up.
weird.
The walls don't come up on the
There's a wall to keep the scorpions in their ring. If you look at the image.
so the scorpions don't fall into the water. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
I wasn't sure.
I thought of this.
Yeah, okay. Let me double check. Jesus Christ. This room
No,
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
so
sea lion
weird.
is stuck forever now.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there is. There's a
definitely
glass
wall.
wall.
There's a wall,
Okay,
yeah.
it's gonna try to I guess break the wall. Let me see what the room
Yeah, does
says about.
Does the thing say anything about
It does.
the-
Yes. It specifically. I remember it specifically has a note about locations in the dungeon and.
Because I guess you could like break the wall that keeps the water.
Yes, all
in
the water
on
rushes
level
out.
and
Yeah,
try it
exactly.
on level.
So this is room 26. Let me take a quick look here. It says AC 15, 20 hit points on the wall. The glass can be broken with a successful DC 15 strength check. Breaking the glass does some stuff. All right, well, let's see if this sea lion can break the glass.
Oh god.
So the sea lion, I think, just like a big lumbering idiot sea lion, it just puts itself up on its tail and just like, brrr, and like slams into the glass. Doesn't break it. It just kind of big slobbery mess goes and slides down the glass wall and flops onto the floor. and probably groans and like flops around, making angry noises.
What a dork.
All right, good. Zahiri.
Okay.
That's
Well,
amazing.
let me see. Let me see what I've got in my arsenal. I'm gonna punch this sea lion.
Okay, do it.
That's the first plan.
God, this whole fight is so silly. Like, yeah, it's a scary monster, but like, just imagine like walking along the beaches of Northern California and finding a sea lion and being like, "Fuck you, pow!"
Like give this sea lion a sweet kung fu kick.
All right,
for
you
9 damage.
poor walrus man. All right,
And it needs to make a con save because I'm gonna try and stun this thing.
okay. All right, con save from the sea lion. Here we go. He gets 12. He's
Yes!
stunned.
Oh!
Stunned to sea lion.
Boom!
So yeah, you just like elbow him in the face, and he's like drops his head on the ground, and it's like kind of like drooling, and yeah, and he's stunned. You want to keep punching him?
Actually, yes. I'm trying to figure something out here.
All right, you figure that out. I'm gonna look and see what happens
Okay,
when you break the glass.
I'm gonna flurry. I'm gonna flurry the sea lion. So that's 2 more unarmed attacks. Pew and skerplow.
Okay.
At advantage. I don't know if 13's a hit.
A 13 is not sufficient, but the 19 definitely
Really?
hits.
Oh, so 7 more damage,
Okay.
and it needs to make a strength save or be pushed 15 feet into the
So
scorpion pit.
you punch it in the head, and it like its head falls to the ground, and then you just boot it so hard it slides off the edge.
I'm trying to kick it into the scorpion pit.
Oh my
Okay.
god! But it can't. I guess it can't really land on the scorpions.
Totally reach.
Yeah, I know the reach is fine, but let's roll. So what is it?
It
Strength
can
check?
totally land on the scorpions.
Does it have disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should totally land on the score.
Right, because it's already stunned.
It's already stunned. Yeah.
Strength.
Oh shit!
Yes!
No problem. All right. So
Oh!
15 feet. No, is it how long? How far does it go?
15 feet.
Okay, so it can't land in the pit. So here's what
What?
happens, because
Aw.
that's 20 feet right towards the scorpions. Even if you
Yeah,
go
but it's
straight,
like halfway, so.
it kicks. Well, now you kick it away from you, right?
I mean, yeah.
Is that what?
is
Well,
a-
what does the ability say? Because you don't get to pick the direction, right?
Okay.
Because otherwise it would have to go this way.
Hang on while I check.
I'm pretty into knocking it towards the scorpion, but
15 feet away from me.
okay.
what it says.
So you get to pick the direction away from you.
Yeah, so
15 feet
I'm
diagonally.
I'm throwing it into the I'm trying to throw it into the scorpion pit.
The thing is, it can only get 15 feet. So it gets halfway and ends up flopped over the wall. Like it's got the wall underneath it, and it's like tail is flopping in the water, and it's just hanging.
How does that mechanically affect it? I'm guessing it'll just slip into the water.
It'll have to pick a side and fall into the water, or on the other
Or
side.
a side will
but-
be picked for it.
But on its turn, the thing is, on its turn, it won't get an action. So I don't know. We'll make a roll, and then maybe it'll flop
Alright,
over
cool.
onto the scorpion.
Yeah, I'm alright with
Yeah,
that.
that's awesome.
So
Sweet.
you elbow it in the face, and then just kick it off the platform. And this thing weighs hundreds of pounds, and you just boot it, and now it's just flopping like half in and out of its tank.
It's all about leverage.
And there's crayfish blood everywhere, and
Yeah,
my
she
God.
uses the sea lion's own strength to.
I
propel it off.
I push myself off the wall for
Oh my
extra
God.
push power.
it's so good.
And then I need to like get further away from this other sea lion that's gonna come and wreck my day up. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over here.
All right. Cool. So you're in the top corner there. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Zuriel, it is your turn.
I'm gonna beat the tar out of this sea lion. I'm
Oh,
real
man.
mad at it. It
I
keeps
hope-
doing bad things to me.
I
I'm
hope-
upset. So,
hope- Oh, sorry.
What is my best one to spend? Okay, so
roll 2d6 and add your sharp, and I'll tell you.
I'm gonna use goading again because it
Okay.
just does the most damage. But well, we'll see if I hit. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I hit. So I will goad it.
So this is just the same effect, right?
Yeah, and so that's 12 plus 8. So I deal 20 damage with my first hit because I get the necrotic bonus.
20 damage. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm down to my last superiority die.
All right.
And then I will continue swinging my longsword at it.
Yeah.
So I hit it for another 7.
Okay.
That's 2 ones for damage in a
Yeah,
row.
that's pretty
by the way.
poor.
That's sad. But at least I'm rolling high on my to hit.
Okay.
And then 13. So I deal it a total of 40 damage.
All right, just hacking into it with your sword. Now, does it have to make a save? How long does this only fight you
Oh.
effect work?
So DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay. All right.
Again.
Yeah, basically to maintain the effect. The sea lion does not see the error of its ways and continues to frothingly want to.
Turns
kill you.
out they're just about as useful as the crayfish. in terms of their
They
wisdom.
have the wisdom of the crayfish.
They've embraced the wisdom of the crayfish. Be like the crayfish. So, is that your turn, Zuriel?
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Except when it attacks me on my turn, I'm going to do a thing.
Okay. All right. The manticores continue their bombing run on now they have another target now, so I'm gonna start mixing these up.
Right.
I'm
Right.
in the water.
Oh yeah, they're not shooting at you.
Okay.
All right, 3 of them fire, or one of them fires 3 spikes at Yowl. So here we go, Yowl. 1 for 5 damage. Can you make a con save for me? DC 10. Okay, haste is gone. Boop. You take
I'm
5
sorry.
damage.
You had one
The second tail spike gets an 11 and misses, and the third tail spike also misses. Okay. And then 3 against Zuriel at 20 this time. 1, 2, 3, all misses, and then another 3 at the bard. 1, 2, and 3. So nothing. Okay. All right. Well, I got rid of haste. That's all that matters. And they're all gonna clamor up here to try to get the best shot at you. And they're like clawing at the walls, trying to climb up. Yowl in the darkness. It is your turn.
Now you're free to do something else.
Yeah, if you got another concentration spell, you've been like hanging on to, keeping that in your back pocket.
I have actually. Let me just check its range.
I'm back down to 18 HP, Dave, by the way.
Okay, I can heal you, or I can try and incapacitate all 3 of the manticores for the rest of the fight.
That's pretty serious business.
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean incapacitated? Are you gonna try and sleep some people again?
No, I'm gonna.
Dave, you just have to feel the heart of the cards and do what you think is best.
I feel like our fighter's pretty valuable, but I don't know what you're trying to do with the other things. So.
I think you can probably take out the sea lion. I think you can,
There is
especially
no-
with Ceres's help. Just going up behind it and finishing it off.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. With my knowledge of manticores, their barbs aren't poisonous. Their barbs
Yeah, no.
are not
If they were
are
poisonous,
they?
you'd be making all kinds of poison saves.
Okay,
I
I
would be
really
so
hope they're
horny.
not resistant against poison. Otherwise, this is gonna be a
There's some
big
kind of
waste.
like poisonous variant, like a mantiquivern.
Yeah.
But this is not that.
Okay,
Oh, yes, Mantiquivern.
Man, mantiquiverns, yeah.
let me just.
One of my
Double, triple
favorite
check.
old 2nd edition books is the Cult of the Dragon source book for Forgotten Realms, and
Yeah.
the monsters in it are all just combining dragon shit with other stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like a manticore dragon thing in there that I always thought was really cool. Plus the art is good.
I'm a particular fan of the variant of the mantiquiverin, the Wivicore.
Nice. I like Wivicore a lot, actually. I wish that Dave's character would play more of it.
Yeah.
This used to be a Wivicore band.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just picking my my origin square for this. I think it's here because then I can make it so most of them can't get out of it. Okay. Yep, I am going to cast Stinking Cloud.
Oh shit. Stanky Cloud. All right, Stinking Cloud. Where are you dropping this cloud?
I think
Now,
on
because-
this spot here.
Because the cloud, so it's a cloud. So here, how many layers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Like this. And then the bottom 3 have walls. And then if you stink cloud in the bottom, it'll fill up. I'm making sure, because the wall will stop it, right? It'll just like fill this smelly area.
So I guess the question is, in that case, since it is not able to disperse outwards, can it disperse further downwards?
Like a column up? Because you're casting
No,
on the
like-
manticores.
Yeah, if I cast it on the manticores and they're constrained in this glass box, since it can't go outwards as far as it would it float to like the bottom of the thing? So it would fill up the
Oh,
entire
it's
length
heavier
of the,
than it's
the
heavier
box.
than air. Yeah. So, well, I mean, you're funneling it into, how big is it? It's like
20-foot sphere, and if I cast it on that spot, it's only got 10 feet out to go, so presumably
It would go-
20-foot.
It
it would go
radius.
up too. So it would be a weird oblong
Some of
shape.
it might spill over.
Yeah, it would kind of end up being like, let me sort of try to imagine it. So
We need to run a physics
we
simulation.
really do. So if you cast it in that back square, it would try to go out and it would go up 20 feet. It would go out this way as far as it could, and it would get squidged in. So it would be like,
Because also, like, the gas being on top would push other gas below out to make room. Like, it kind of...
Yeah.
Fluid
So
dynamics
what
are very complicated.
Yeah, what I'm trying to angle for is, whereas the darkness was just in that space,
Right.
since this is physically gas, it would mean that the manticores couldn't move backwards out of it, and they'd always be in the gas.
no, you
until
can't
the
you can't fill
stars.
this whole thing.
I don't know how big it is.
Yeah, there would be
I
a
can't see
space.
the
Yeah, no, it's far enough back that they could run to the back.
Okay, but
I
it's a
think.
20-foot radius, not a 20-foot diameter. So it's a 40-foot diameter circle.
Right, so it would
Yeah, so
automatically
I'm
go.
putting it here.
Oh no, you're right then. Yeah, if it's sorry, I was thinking diameter. It would fill. Oops. Let's give the world back there.
Yeah, if I popped it on this square here, then it would go.
Yeah, you could fill the
Down
whole
20
bottom
feet.
thing because
Yep.
it can't spread out. It would smudge out in the.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect. That's
and
what I
and
wanted
it would
to do.
and it would float up to the edge of the top too.
Yeah, so hopefully, as long as they keep failing the saves, they're just completely incapacitated.
Yeah.
Good Christ.
That's
I was
very
going to make a joke about how you were hitting them with a big fart, but then actually that's kind of true.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I use skunk cabbage leaves or a rotten egg, so it's like all sulfury and just
Gross.
horrific. There's a reason they take that entire turn retching.
Yeah, so I will just here. Let me fill the
stinky cloud.
area with smell. Does it create any kind of like visibility problems or whatever too?
Yes.
Areas
obscured.
heavily obscured, so even if they pass their con saves, they can't make ranged attacks out of it. They're done.
I'll do some stink lines for you. Okay, great. So you just take out your rotten egg, sprinkle some sulfur on it, and then hurl it into the pit. And it just starts to emit this horrible stinking. And there's all these like old man cat yowls coming from below. They're just like, ah! So what? I need to make some saves. Right?
Oh, stinky cloud.
They make it on their turns.
All right. Okay. All right. So you're done. The useless ass giant scorpions just kind of clamor at the edges, trying to see what's up.
The giant scorpions are my favorite.
Yeah,
in this
they're just
fight.
like, come on, hey, I want to fight too. You were
They're
down here,
like-
that was
they're
fun.
like-
Come
they're
here, I
like-
want to poison you some more.
And
they're
then
all like, Caraptus didn't design this very well for us. Everybody else has a cool thing, but we
And
got
then-
it here.
Yeah, and then Saris, it's your turn.
I
Jesus.
control all the water in the entire room,
Oh my god!
and I drown those fucking scorpions.
All right, so hold on. So the way that you want to do this here, you control any freestanding water in an area that's a cube up to 100 feet on a side. So let me
each
draw.
side,
Let me draw a
right?
100-foot cube for you.
Isn't that just the whole room?
No, the room is, you can't see the whole room, so you can't control shit you
Okay.
can't see.
Well, I
Um,
control all the water I can see, and
Can
that's a
someone
lot
measure
of water.
from the leftmost? Actually, I can count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, that blue cube that chat can now kind of see most of.
Okay.
You can control, yeah, all but kind of the tail end of the room's water.
Well, it's a lot of water. It's enough to drown some scorpions.
So you can choose from the following effects. Do you want the water level of all standing water rise by 20 feet? Do you want to redirect the flow of the water so it flows up and over? Like you can move a bunch of the water into the dry area where the scorpions are. I assume
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
the
want
that's the intention,
Okay.
is to fill their little walled
And
area with
And
water.
there must be enough in the larger exterior ring to fill the interior.
There are 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7,
There's
8,
so
9,
much
10,
water.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,
It's
80.
on both sides.
There are
it's
80.
full.
There are 8. Oh god, I think I count again. So there's.
It has 12 more cubes than it needs to fill the space below
So
it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because
I-
math
I
is.
think this is a really good move.
26.
but
Okay, yeah, there's
proba-
260 square, and each cube is 10 feet tall as well. So there's like 26 10 by 10 cubes of water that you can dump into the next layer, which, like you said, will leave a bunch of cubes in, like a bunch of water in the other area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to redirect this water to go into the glassed area where the scorpions are, and just like continually like go where the scorpions are. The water continues to move in any direction I choose until the spell ends.
Blue,
So-
I think this is a really good move, but I think it's better after we've killed the other sea lion because it frees it from its permanent CC. It will jump up and then kill me and you. Because
So
remember,
is-
it can do the thing where it can jump up out of that enclosure if you fill it with water again.
It needs to get a
And
running
if that
start.
one
It needs to
falls-
get a running start. So
It's
the scorpions
surrounded
would have
by
to
scorpions
move.
on all sides.
Yeah.
Oh, does that stop it?
Yeah, it has to
It
have a
has to get
10-foot run up.
10-foot run up.
Yeah. It's okay.
The
Yeah,
scorpions
that was
would
just
the
my
scorpions
concern because
would
it might jump up behind
the
you. and get
scorpions
you.
would panic, but and
They
like move
can't really
around.
go that. Yeah.
But
They
okay,
don't
so
really have anywhere to go.
so redirect flow. It's not really redirect flow because it's not flowing. Like you cause flowing water in the area to move in a direction you choose. But I think
It's-
for the same purpose, you could just make it flow over the walls into the next section.
The basic thing is you control any freestanding water inside an area you choose. I think these are all just like mechanics.
No,
but, like,
as an
in
action on your
essence-
turn, you choose one of these effects. You have to, or you can choose. But yeah, that's part of it is redirecting the way that the movie that it runs. So
I think that either flood or redirect flow could be mechanically used
Right.
to raise the water from where it is into the area down there.
Yeah. So on your turn, you want to move the water and fill the next area. So there's
Yeah, and the sharks go away. I say
uh,
goodbye to the sharks.
Yes, the sharks go away. And now let me find a way to try to represent the fact that this area is now full of water. Let's see.
Also, this might decide the fate of that perched sea lion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it would.
water
Yeah,
is
because then but no,
It
but
will
it's
get
still on a
wet.
10-foot.
Yeah.
But
The
the
wa-
water's coming up over that, right?
Yeah, the water now it would meet, and it's just sitting with the thing, so it just picks a side to flip. Okay, all right. Let me continue drawing water
It's
squares.
incapacitated, so it doesn't pick.
It's not doing anything this turn. No.
Also, Tensorial makes a good point. Of course it's flowing. They're not stagnant pools. PETA wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Have the water be still.
So the area, the area in blue is
cast
now
the
full,
spell.
and the area above I think has like a certain amount of water on the ground because there is still some left over.
Yeah, but it would be very little.
Yeah, but it's enough that it would slow like movement and stuff. It's
Not
difficult
for
terrain.
me.
Yeah, but whatever. You're not down there, or you are. So
I
the
am
water
down
just
there.
like you Moses this shit and just throw it over the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure scorpions don't have any swimming speed.
What have we done?
No, the scorpions they're not. They can still like just because you don't have a swimming speed doesn't mean you can't swim.
Well, no, but wait. What?
If you, like, okay, your character has no swim speed, but if I throw you in the water, you don't just instantly drown and like lose your speed. You can still move, but you swim at half speed.
Okay.
They'll be able to move around, but like they're all confused and fucked up, and there's like a wall between where they are and the other.
And they
the
have to
other
get
water.
out of the water or they'll drown, right?
I mean, they could float, but yeah, scorpions can't really
scorpions
swim.
Okay.
Yeah, they float. They're
They'll drown.
like anything else. But yes, they're all fucked up right now. The thing is, even if I was like, yes, they sink to the bottom and they can't move or do anything, they'll drown
How
in like
is a scorpion gonna
10
swim?
turns.
It's
Okay,
got, like,
you know what?
weird, like-
here's the thing. I'm gonna get if I give you exactly what you want, which is say they drown. You wanna know how long it's gonna take?
a long ass time.
Yeah, it's gonna take 30 turns. So in 30 turns, if the fight is still going, the
Okay.
scorpions will be dead. But they can move and swim and stuff, so don't worry about it.
That's fine. I've got 10 minutes of this.
All right. So let me
Yeah, keep
begin.
just swimming around.
Let me
them
begin the
down
scorpion
path.
drowning
Scorpions
timer.
are arachnoids. That means they don't have lungs and are unable to hold their breath.
What?
Let me see. Scorpion drowning timer.
I think the word is arachnid.
Whatever.
Maybe.
I
I'm
don't
gonna say
know.
it's
Someone in
arachnid.
chat
I've
said
never
that they
heard
can't hold
They're
their
not.
breath.
They're not arachnids, Dave, because that's only spiders.
But by the
arachnoid.
same by the same token, there are scorpions
word.
that can survive underwater for 48 hours without drowning. So
Are there?
yes, we're just gonna apply the drowning rules to them. We're
What?
gonna split the difference.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's probably a good
all right,
idea.
so Saris, you cast your spell. Swoosh.
Yep, I do that.
Now what are
That's
you
what I
gonna
do.
do? Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna stand here being very impressed with myself.
Okay. All right. So there's a big stinky cloud. Then there's a layer of water. And then, hey, what happened to my other water? Hold on. I gotta go to the map layer.
What is even going
There's a
on?
layer of water and then another layer of water
With a
and
glass wall between the two.
And then a third layer of water.
And then I pull out my ever-smoking bottle and stuff.
So let me do a side cut real quick so we can all kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. So there are 5 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. So y'all can see that? You see that on the map there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are glass walls here, here, and here. There's water. Let me try to draw the side cut of the water here. There's now water in this whole area and this whole area. And no, not the first one because it moved. So now it's in these two.
If you're drawing it somewhere, it might be in the dark for us. I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
any
just.
of us
I'll
over here
reveal
can
it to you in
see
a second.
But yeah,
Sure.
it's dry, wet,
Dry, wet, stink.
yeah.
Okay, I'll pull all this over so you can see it on the map.
Oh, I love it.
There it is. So
Mad Wizard Charybdis comes back in. And it's like,
Someone
someone's terraformed my zoo.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
with
yeah.
stank at the bottom. Okay, good. Nice work.
Fuck, have you
All right.
done?
So it's the sea lion's turn. This sea lion doesn't get to do shit. I'm gonna roll a d2 to see which side he flops onto. Not that it super matters.
Please let it be the dry one.
2 is the bottom one. Oh, there is no dry
Damn it.
one. He's in between 2 wet areas now.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but it's
the
not
top
wet
area.
enough.
is
Oh, the
not
top
wet.
area is dry now. He falls into the wet area.
Damn
So
it.
he got a 2. So he tips over and he just falls. And then he splashes into the water. The sea lion up here is going to attack you, Zuriel, because he kind of has to.
Yeah, come at me.
So claw, bite. Wet, dry.
Okay, so the first attack that misses,
Yep.
I'm going to use a riposte.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
spend
try
a
and finish
superiority
off.
die and use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the creature.
Do
and
it.
if I hit, I add my superiority die to the damage.
You've, oh, thank
So I hit.
Yep.
I get an 8 plus 1d8.
Please.
I do
Oh,
16
yes.
damage.
Nice. Cool. So you don't kill it, but you do hurt it real bad.
Mother, father.
So both of its other 2 hits sink in.
Right, so it does crit me.
24 on the first hit.
Yeah, so I'm down.
Okay. And then the second hit then is just an automatic two failed death saves because it just.
Okay, it doesn't want to hit kitty cat.
I already rolled, so it's just
Okay, cool.
1, 2, 3, too fast, and then you're down.
Well, I might die next round unless someone heals me.
Take one of those
I have
permanent
healing.
injuries, permanent lingeries.
I got
Oh,
it. I got it. Don't worry about
no one
it.
can
I've
heal
got
me.
plenty more. Got
All right.
plenty more.
And then this sea lion is in a dry area now.
Yeah.
So it's in a dry area, and there's a glass wall separating it from the next wet area, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna try to break that wall. So it's gonna make a strength attack on a strength roll on the wall. All right, it shatters the glass wall, shatters a hole in it, and then slips into the water on the other side. When the I guess you'd hear it more than see it, and maybe it's too far away for. Actually, I don't think it's far enough away that any of you can see what happens, but you hear like a crackling kind of like electricity sound somewhere down near where the manticores are freaking out. You just hear this like
That's promising.
this like ripping sound of electricity.
That's my favorite sound.
Yeah, I think that's all that happens when one of the walls gets broken. Let me double check. Breaking the glass. If any of the glass walls are broken, some stuff happens.
the alarm goes off. It's really, really obnoxious.
Okay, got it. All right, that's all that happens for now. Okay. Yeah. All right, the sea lions have all gone. Zahiri?
I move up to this sea lion and I kick it in the head because that's what I do.
Fuck you, sea lion. Boom.
Boom! Boom!
All right, you crit it.
For 13 damage.
That is
12 damage.
that is hella sufficient. You are so sufficient. It is dead.
Adam,
Yes.
how many HP did it have?
Total?
No, like just now.
Oh, like 8?
It had 8 left?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm just
I
wondering
step.
if it
Should that have been your
possible for me to
necrotic damage?
Kill it before it crit me to death.
I mean,
But
shouldn't that have been your necrotic
No, it's
damage?
once per
Did you
turn
add
on
that?
your
Yeah.
turn.
yeah, it's only on my turn.
So
Ah.
But
I
yeah.
step up and give this sea lion the best headbutt I can give it.
You'd have to climb up on top of it and then
No, I just run up the back of it and just like flying headbutt downward.
Yeah, so she like headstands into its
Yeah,
head.
exactly.
Well, so
I
what
just-
the way the setup for this is that it just like slashed and bit at your friend, killed it, and it like reared up on its paws, roaring in triumph, and then you run up behind it and just bam.
Yeah, just give it the worst headbutt I can.
Amazing. All right, and down it
Um,
goes.
Okay, so after that,
You see your friends across the body of this dead sea lion.
yeah, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I am going to move next to Saris. I'm just gonna hop down. I have slow fall, so
Yep. Okay.
Hi.
I just hold the side and
Splash. Yeah, you
slide
land down in the puddle of
land
water.
in the
And I feel
water.
like I'm still like controlling the water, like as it moves
Yeah,
around.
you're
I'm, like,
bending the shit out of it.
water bending.
Yeah.
I, like, look
And
over.
What's up?
what's funny is that you see this glass wall in front of you, and there's just scorpions floating in it. Like a scorpion floats by, like, what's happening? Little bubbles. come out.
I look over at Saris and I go, so what's the plan now? You know?
We could just, like leave,
I guess.
right? I mean, what are we fighting these things for? They're pretty much taken care of.
Where we gotta check the other side of the room. There's gonna be a door.
Oh, right. We could just go do that. They're all underwater. It's fine.
There's like this surreal conversation while scorpions are like,
Yeah, and I guess they're not floating in front of you; they're down below you because there's a glass wall, like
Yeah.
SeaWorld style, 10-foot
think
glass
that-
wall, and they're on they're at foot level for you. Yeah,
I think that a little bit, like I kind of forgotten that someone's dead behind me.
I mean, you don't. It's
Oh.
10
Can't
feet up
see it.
and behind you. You
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
even see
okay.
that shit.
Then I don't even know.
all right, that's my turn. That's
I
good.
definitely cried out in pain as I died. There was like an agonized
Do
scream.
your wings go away?
Yeah, everything. It's all over.
Oh
Mhm.
man, the edgiest edgelord.
Okay.
Actually, it's not a concentration effect, so my wings are still going.
Yeah. You look like a dead Tyrael just lying there.
Yeah, they go all limp and like hang over the edge.
So
sad.
what?
Pray to the gods of death saves.
Do you want to take a break and then?
Yeah, because we're at the
Oh,
top of a
that's
turn,
it.
so we'll see if you die
Oh man.
at the top of the next turn.
Oh man.
Stick around. We'll be back with more White Plume aquarium shenanigans when we get back.